Today we're doing dip nails over tips, and I'm going to start by pushing back my cuticles. Now I'm taking my fine sanding band and I'm going to be removing the shine from all of the nails. I'm focusing on removing the growth that's around the cuticle. Now I'm removing all of the dust with my dust brush, and I'm going to take my BT Art Box pre-shaped coffin nail tips, making sure that they fit each nail from side to side, and I'm going to be applying them using my KDS nail glue. To ensure proper adhesion, hold the nail tip on the nail for about 10 to 15 seconds. And now I'm going to be adding a little bit more nail glue to the corners of the nail tips, and I'm going to press them down to make sure they're properly adhered. Now I'm taking my nail clippers and I'm clipping down the nail tips to my desired length. Now I'm going to take my 100 grit hand file and shape the tips to a coffin shape. When shaping coffin nail tips, you want to hold your file inward at a 45-degree angle. Now taking my sanding band, I'm blending in the nail tip to my natural nail, and I'm going to remove the shine from all of the tips, and now removing all of the dust with my dust brush. I'm taking Kiara Sky's Prep, which is a dehydrator, and I'm applying it to my natural nail plate, and I work it from front to back. This way I won't flood the cuticles with too much dehydrator. I'm going to be using iGel Beauty's clear dipping powder, their base coat, a monomer dropper, and a small tray. Now I'm going in with my first layer of base coat. I'm going to apply it right below where the nail tip meets my nail and apply it covering the entire nail tip. Now right now I'm applying the base coat to all of the nails, and then I'm going to pour the dipping powder over that. I do not recommend doing this. I recommend doing each nail individually. The dipping powder did not dry evenly because the base coat had dried already in some areas. I'm using a monomer dropper to apply the dipping powder to all of my nails. And after about a minute, I'm going to remove all of the excess dipping powder with my dust brush. After that step is complete, I'm going to be applying my second layer of base coat. This time I'm going to apply the base coat to 3/4 of my nail. Something I've learned during this process is you should actually hold your brush parallel to the nail. It helps the base coat apply more evenly. Now I'm dipping my nail into the dipping powder and removing the excess powder. I made sure to let my nails dry approximately a minute before removing the excess dipping powder from all of the nails. Now I'm going to apply my third layer of base coat, and this time I'm focusing on creating an apex, so I'm going down the center of the nail. And now I'm going to dip in the dipping powder at a 45-degree angle. I'm going to tap off the excess and then remove the excess dipping powder with my dust brush. Now up until this point we haven't gotten close to the cuticle, but now I'm going to be doing 2 complete dips covering the entire nail surface with the dip powder. It's important not to get any base coat on your skin. If you do, try to remove it immediately before it dries. And now I am capping the tip with the base coat and the dipping powder as well. Now dipping in at a 45-degree angle and removing all of the excess dip powder with the dust brush. Now I'm going in for my final layer of base coat, where I'm covering the entire nail from cuticle to free edge, and then I'm going to dip in the dipping powder at a 45-degree angle. This is the first time I've used dipping powder with dip liquids. I'm doing the September Nail Challenge from Paula Jean's Polygel Nails and More Beginners Plus. I will leave a link down below to the group if you're interested in checking it out. If it wasn't for these nail challenges, my dip liquids would still be sitting around collecting dust. Let me know in the comments if there's anything that you've purchased that you're a little bit hesitant to try, like dip liquids, or maybe it's acrylic for you. Let me know in the comments. I'm interested to know. Now I'm going in with step 3, which is the activator from iGel Beauty, and I'm applying a generous, liberal amount to all of the nails. If you skip this step, your nails will not dry. Now this activator does have a strong odor to it, so make sure you're working in a well-ventilated area. Now it's time to shape and finish file. I'm taking my 100 grit Panna file and I'm shaping the nails into the coffin shape. Once I have the sides of my nail and the tip all shaped, I'm going to take my fine 5-in-1 bit from iGel Beauty and I'm going to be removing the bulk of the nail. I always start by going around the cuticle, sealing in the cuticle first. Then I go down the center of the nail, refining my apex with the E-file. And then I'm going to change my hand position, and I'm evening out both sides of the nail to match the thickness of the middle of the nail. For the last step of the finish filing process, I'm taking my 180 grit zebra hand file and I'm just smoothing out the entire nail surface. This is my non-dominant hand, so both hands are working together to help get the filing accomplished. Now to remove all of the dust from filing, I'm taking my young nail swipe and a manicure brush and I'm removing all of the dust from the nails. And now I'm taking the color Nude Bar from iGel Beauty and I'm applying 2 coats to my nails. This is a natural colored milky gel polish. Now it's time for top coat. I'm using 2B Glam's HEMA Free Gel Top Coat and I'm applying a thin layer to all of the nails, and then I'm going to cure in the lamp for 60 seconds. And now I'm going to be adding some moisture back into the skin with Young Nails Rose Cuticle Oil. If you've enjoyed this video or learned something new, please give it a like. And this is the final look. I love how natural the nails look. If you liked this tutorial, head to my channel for more videos like this. Have a blessed day, everyone.